We're going to start with baby steps on your way to healthy, vibrant feelings all over. All right, the first one, of course, is water. Incorporating more water into your diet seems easy until you go to do it and you've never done it before. All right, when I think back to how I did it, I bought a case of Penta because to my dirty palate, Penta tasted the cleanest and most delicious. And I put it everywhere. I carried it in my purse all the time. It was in my car all the time. It was where I sat to watch TV. It was where I stood to do work at the house. It was next to the bed. It was in my bathroom, just in case I got thirsty there. And it was all around my work area. Everywhere I would sit or stand for more than a nanosecond, I left a bottle of water. Yes, it wasn't cool, but you have to get you have to get used to room temperature. It's important to get used to that kind of feeling. Of course, not when it's 100 degrees out, but you know, you don't have to have it icy, icy cold either. Now, if that's the only way you can consume it in the beginning, whatever you got to do to drink it. I do consume between a half a gallon and a gallon of water, depending on how my day is going. I knock down a half a gallon before I leave the house. So as long as I'm not too busy at work and I can drink in the rest, but I usually get at least 3 liters up to a gallon. To me, that's easy because another thing that you need to do is first thing in the morning. You know, if your cups can only be this big, then you drink 2 cups of water before you do anything else when you awake. If they can be 8 ounces, then you drink that. And if they can be 16-ounce glasses before you leave the house, you've gotten a liter in. And what that does is that's going to make you crave and desire even more water. It's going to make it go down easier. And I'm going to tell you something. And if you haven't been drinking water, be prepared to feel fabulous. Your movements will be much more relaxed, and you will feel a little bit of a wake. Nice little helpful hint that I learned the hard way was probably stop drinking quite so much of your water after 8 p.m. because you will have a problem not getting any sleep for going to the bathroom all the time. But, you know, that kind of evens out because you're going to slowly start wanting to drink more water through the day. And so naturally you'll end a little earlier in the evening and things will start to balance out. But just a helpful hint. Don't come home and think, oh, I didn't get a gallon in, because you won't get any sleep either. Another thing, too, I learned the hard way. Avoid certain food situations where you are really going to have a hard time consuming only water. For instance, pizza and Pepsi. Every time I had a pizza, I wanted a Pepsi. So I avoided pizza for a little while till I got the hang of, you know, just drinking water. Cookies. Every time I wanted a cookie, I wanted some milk. Not a good thing. So, again, I avoided some cookies until I got used to drinking only water. And the big one, chips and salsa. And if you're out with girlfriends and it's a Monday night usually, and it's Margaritaville, it's hard to sit there and eat and consume all this spicy food and only drink water when all your buds are having margaritas. So until you get the hang of that, maybe just avoid that a little bit. Maybe you can talk them into doing something else that's fabulously fun. I will tell you also, as you incorporate more raw foods into your journey, more fresh, juicy, succulent fruits and vegetables, you'll naturally not need to consume a gallon or more depending on your weight. You know, the larger you are, the more you got to drink because you're so full of toxins that need flushed out. But when you're incorporating all these wonderful, moist, water-dense foods, you will notice you won't have to drink quite that much bulk water. But that will be a long time coming. Our first baby step, drink your water. Little recap. Bottles of water everywhere you are, in your purse, everywhere, okay? If you sit down for 1 second or stand still in one area, bam, put a bottle of water there. Second, you're going to need a drink, a half a gallon to a gallon, depending on your weight. Try to get that in that morning first big amount's a big deal. Third, avoid some situations and slowly start to incorporate more fresh, fabulous produce.